This is RPGamer during our Run to the Sun event 2009, and we are here with our Day 3 impressions of XSEED and Ignition. Mr. Mac, would you like to take it away?
Sure thing. First up, we started off at XSEED. We got to try out a bunch of different games there. We tried out Little King's Story, which all of us across the board really loved. I was very surprised by that. I thought it would be a lot more simple than it was, and it was it was simple yet very entertaining. We also got to try out one of our staff favorites, Valhalla Nights for the Wii. Nothing personal against the game. It's going to appeal to the fans of it, but still Valhalla Nights. We also got to play Half Minute Hero, a wonderful game for the PSP that's going to be just quick and easy to play. You got to play about 30 seconds of it each. We tried out Ragnarok Online, which I really love. Very Summon Out Twin Age-ish. And we played another game that we can't say anything about just now. We'll talk about it before too long. And what was the other game? Fragile! We'll let Adrian talk more about that here in just a bit. But,
he's going to gush like a woman.
We also, we jumped from there to Ignition, and we got to meet with the president of Ignition, AJ, and he gave us a brief rundown of the company's history and the company's goals and everything that they're going to be involved in for the next little while. And we also got to try out the beautiful Muramasa, which we shared our impressions on, we'll have more of, and we also got to try out Nostalgia, which is a very classic DS RPG by Matrix and Red Entertainment. And got to play another game from them that we'll be able to talk about at a later date. But I'll let these guys share their impressions and see what they thought about that.
Okay, so we went to XSEED yesterday, and easily my favorite game of the day was Half Minute Hero. I was completely surprised by it. It was definitely off my radar, and there's nothing more funny than a goddess of time basically telling you to please use my services so I may buy stuff. We don't actually know what the stuff is, but apparently as we progress in the game we'll find out what it is. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I think she could do everything, you know.
Either way, that stuff involves lots of hand quotes.
Yes, they do. More hand quotes.
Divine clothing is expensive.
Apparently. I also got to try out Game That Shall Be Nameless. What else?
We'll have impressions soon.
I'm trying to think of what else I enjoyed. I got to try out Nostalgia yesterday while I was at Ignition, and it's definitely RPG comfort food. I loved it. Like, it's very charming, it's very sweet. Battle system is pretty simplistic, kind of like Baby's first RPG, but I'm totally cool with that. And yeah, AJ.
Well, I guess that leaves me Fragile. If you've read my impression on RPGamer.com, you'll know that I was enamored with the game, which is not that surprising since it's probably been the release I've been most looking forward to for well over a year now. It is Strike Crescendo. It's gorgeous to look at, and it sounds gorgeous too. The music is terrific, very atmospheric.
It made Michael cry.
Yes, and the game made Michael Engler, one of XSEED's translators, cry, apparently. And he had to walk away from his workstation while translating it several times, apparently.
Should we be sharing that in public?
Yes, because I already did an impression. So. Okay. I'm sure Michael's going to love me for that.
He's an editor.
All right.
Oh, he's an editor, not a translator? Okay, well, still, yes. He cried like a little baby.
So you liked Fragile, I'll take it?
I really like Fragile. The controls are amazing. If anyone's played any other games or RPGs on the Wii, they'll know that the one big problem for that system is the camera. It's always the camera. And Fragile has a good camera. It is a little stiff in a couple places, but it's smooth for the most part, and it's easy to work with. So it's very easy to enjoy the game. It's not a combat-focused game, but it's definitely a story and exploration-driven RPG that anyone who's looking for that should be able to enjoy.
So you know what we liked. I liked Ragnarok and Little King and all that. What'd you like, Manny, before we shut the camera off?
Alright, before this gets too long, I really like Little King's Story, which turned out to be quite a surprise and a blast. Half Minute Hero is great. And I think finally, before you get sick of hearing a disembodied voice, I really liked my time with Muramasa and Nostalgia, of course. I know she stole my line, gaming comfort food. Very nice.
Love you, Manny.
Alright, so this is RPGamer signing off. All 4 of our staff members actually threw some impressions in there for one of you who complained. See you later.
Okay.